This one was a blast to do. I love editing for other people. The link for the artist is in the description down below, and you're gonna love this last final result. Stick around to the end. So here we have the ears that we have talked about. Thanks again for allowing us to use this image as a display for other people to see the tutorial. We're just gonna start masking. All I'm gonna do is equalize this image so I can have the subject be the focus and the background be the background. Right now we are in the opposite of that, so I'm going to click the background, right click, and then duplicate and invert mask. This gives me a perfect matchup on both of them. So with that, I'm going to start by adjusting the subject, and I'm going to bring that up with exposure, contrast down, and then whites up, blacks down, shadows up just a little bit, and then the biggest adjustment, I'm going to make the subject warmer. So this equalizes everything already. And if you wanted to keep the background natural, you can. If you wanted to adjust the background, you can come in here and just adjust whatever you are liking. If you wanted to make the background warmer or colder, whatever you need to do. Now play around with it and just have fun. But I just wanted to equalize the actual image itself and get it to where everything was nice and even across the board. Now, to take away the ears, that's what we're here for. We're going to create another mask, and then we're going to come down and we're going to use something that's rare. It's the color range tool. Not many people know about it or use it, so let's go over how it works. Let's click the color range mask, and so anywhere I click on this image, it's going to give me a range of that specific color that you could then edit and work with separately on a mask. And so this little yellow that's coming through from the backlight, that's a very unique color. So I want to try and get it as close to that yellow as possible. And so if I come over here and turn off the show pins, this will give me a clean plate on just showing you what I am actually editing. And so from there, if you wanted to adjust the feathering or anything like that, you could do that there. If you wanted to add more color to the range or subtract some more color, this is where you would do that. So I'm going to add just a little bit, and then if I wanted to bring it up or down a little bit, that's going to be the strength of this mask that we're doing. But I'm going to turn this down just so we can see everything. And so right now the range is up pretty high, and it's still showing me the actual image until I actually adjust something in it. We've turned off the thing, so I could turn that back on if you wanted to, but it's covering his ear, so I'm going to leave it off. Now from there, I'm just going to be trying to adjust the luminances and colors. That is the main focus of this actual edit. We're just trying to get the luminance down and the colors to match his skin tone more. So it's a yellow tone that's so it's the yellow tone that is the high luminance value, and then it's the red tones that we're trying to get to match his like cheeks or forehead, somewhere in there. So let's just go through the adjustments. I don't know what the actual adjustments are going to be for this image, and it may be completely different for your image. But in this case, we're just going to keep playing and go back and forth on the sliders until we can see something that's actually making it look better. So with this, it's taking away some of that yellow and going in. Now a lot of this seems like his ears are just really pink, and so it's more focused on that yellow. So if we adjust the greens and pinks in here, it's not going to adjust the part that we want. We want to adjust that inside part, so this temperature is going to be the thing that adjusts it more. And then from there, if we want to take away more of the tone, that should get us right to a close area. And then if we go into another adjustment tool like the brush tool, and we want to make sure that we don't have auto masking turned on, I'm going to go a little bigger than normal and get most of this ear, and then I'm going to cut away the rest. The reason I'm going bigger than normal is because I want it to go outside of the area. And so this is reset because we are on a different brush. And so from here you can adjust the saturation down just a little bit. And then we're going to adjust the blues down just a tiny bit as well. And this just gets that red tones to be more natural. We're trying to combine like his cheek tones and then his nose tones. And so as you can tell, it's really starting to combine everything together. We may have to go into one more color adjustment layer. And then I'm going to pick over here on this ear this time. It gives it a little bit more. As you can tell, it did select some things over here, so we'll have to watch for that. But we're just going to adjust a couple things here and there, just to get things to match up the best we can. All right. And so that's pretty good. I mean, I don't know if anybody would actually notice that his ears are standing out as much as they did before now. It did take 3 masks, but there's one more tiny little adjustment that I think we could make, and that would really make this pop. But this is going to be going above and beyond. So we're going to get out of the mask and we're going to go back into the normal lighting panel. And we're going to just adjust the image as we see fit. So from there, we can adjust anything we want. So if we wanted to make it a little bit brighter with contrast, turn the highlights down, up, turn the whites up a little bit, blacks down. We're more just color grading this now. So if you wanted it to be a little more colorful, if you wanted to come in here and add some color grade to it, this is where all of the magic normally really happens and makes it stand out a lot. And so if we make the highlight tones, which is going to only focus on mostly the highlights in this image, and make those a little bit more red, it does blend everything together better. And then from there, I'm not going to touch anything else, but we are going to add in a couple more things. So I'm going to zoom out on this image a little bit, just to get it to where you can edit around it. So I'm going to be adding a couple things around this in the masks, and then we're going to just make this image pop. Everybody hears about that pop that we want to add. So let's go into the masks again. I'm going to make a new mask and we're going to create a color gradient. And I'm going to bring this over this way and I'm just going to turn that down. This is going to give the illusion that the light is coming in from one side and it's going to the other. And of course it is, because the sun is clearly overhead on him right there. Then we're going to add a new mask. This is going to be a radial gradient. And then from there, we're just going to make this pretty big. We're going to put it way over here. And then for this, I'm just going to turn it up on the exposure. I'm going to turn the highlights up and the whites up. I'm going to make it a lot more golden. We're even going to go down to the effects and turn down dehaze just a little bit. So this gives it that hazy look that the sunlight would have actually coming into the image. You can then adjust it from there, but if you wanted to, you could even move this around. As you can see, this is, a good spot. Now, there is a big highlight on his head. We're not tackling that today. We're just kind of showing you all the differences, all the different things that you could do just to bring this image to have more life. And the main focus is, already done. So for that, we are going now to give it the pop I was talking about. We're going to be doing dodging and burning, but we're just going to be doing it with a small brush tool. So we're going to go in here and click the brush, and then the flow is set to 50. You can check out all my settings. I'm just going to select a couple little things right here, and then I'm just going to come down. And then for this part, I'm going to turn the exposure up just a little bit. And then you can come back in and add little bits and bobs here and there. And then on this side, I'm going to create another brush, go a little bit bigger. But for this one, I am going to do the opposite. So we're doing the burning side. And so for that, we are going to turn it down. And then as you can see, that adds a lot of depth and dimension. You don't have to do any of this. It's all up to you. I want you to have as much fun editing as you possibly can, but I want you to remember that the first thing we were here to do was to just make the ears not stand out as much as they were, and I think we have accomplished that. Now this is a normal edit for just a regular backlighting image, but you can play around with it, do some masks, not take some mask. This is more of an over edit style right here, but you can under edit it and leave it as natural as possible and only edit the ears with the mask the way I showed. So it's really up to you and how you want your final image to look. So let's look at the before and after. This was where we started, and this is where we are now. I would be very happy to receive this as a client. And so if you have any more questions or have any questions based on what we did here today, please don't hesitate to ask, and come and find me in the groups or ask any questions, and maybe you'll be featured on the next video. Like, comment, share. I'll see you on the next one.